Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, coming to you today not from London, but from the heart of New York City, where I'm happy to say Kent, Haste Lachter, the remarkable London-based bespoke tailors, have brought all of their expertise and craftsmanship across the pond for a trunk show. As many of you know, my relationship with Kent, Haste Lachter has deepened significantly over the years, with each of the commissions I've made adding to the extraordinary richness of our bespoke partnership. From my very first double bespoke commission from John Kent and Terry Haste, to my most recent, a beautiful linen suit, each piece has provided us with a unique sartorial adventure, and together they constitute what has become a phenomenal journey in the world of bespoke tailoring. My most recent commission came as a recommendation from Terry, a stylish tuxedo, or as the British call it, a dinner jacket. We had a first fitting for this piece in London just a few weeks ago, and Terry suggested that we conduct the second here at the Kent, Haste Lachter New York Trunk Show at the Lombardi Hotel. So, without further ado, let's step inside and see if we can't bring an exhilarating touch of great British elegance to the Big Apple. Terry, Stephen, Suyamba, so great to see you guys. Welcome to America. It's so nice to see you on this side of the pond. I mean, I feel like it's...
does it feel a bit weird though?
Yes, it does.
Here?
There's something almost improper about it, but I have to say, it's a great honor to be able to see you guys here in America.
Well, they let us in.
Yeah, well, they still let me in, so you certainly shouldn't have any trouble. So this is, of course, your New York Trunk Show. And I happened to coincide, with you being in New York, and why not do a fitting here? So
yeah, it was really lucky you've been here at the same time as us. It's fantastic, and it's nice for you to see it like the way we do it.
I mean, the shop is special, there on Sackville Street.
It's quite nice. It's quite quirky. This hotel.
Yeah, the
rooms are all different. I mean, that picture, for instance, is
well, you've got a great smoking balcony. I mean, lamenting the fact that I didn't grow cigars.
Come and do it next time, because we always have a balcony.
If you say that, though, you may end up with a crowd of clients that you can't get rid of.
We can charge entry for our cigar club.
That's right.
We get Sherry
most
and
exclusive smoking club in all of New York.
As we were coming through customs today, one of our customers was in the airport as well.
Oh, was he?
So he stuck around with us for a while. He was going to Milan.
Was he at least wearing a suit?
No, he wasn't.
He
had a leather jacket on.
Athleisure.
How do you guys travel? Do you travel like this, or do you
have a bowler hat?
Not double denim at all.
and an unrolled umbrella.
You mean it's not juicy couture?
No, just casual clothes.
Casual clothes. Oh,
casual
cashmere suit.
Not keeping the standards. Not keeping the standards.
I can't stand sitting down and getting a screwed up suit. That drives me absolutely around the bend.
Yeah.
So I just...
Yeah, well, you're the one that's dealing with everyone else's torn suits and because they were, on airplanes.
Yeah, we did.
Or they leave them on the planes too.
Oh,
we deal with that too.
Those are the worst kind.
Some people leave things on a plane.
Who would do that? Leaving a brand new suit in the overhead bin.
Who would?
I don't know who that is. Oh, that was frightening. That was truly
Lucky to
terrifying.
get it back.
Oh my goodness! I had to hire someone to go like once a week to Airport Lost and Found to continue to harass Lost and Found. And that didn't work. And so then I found out where the corporate offices were for SmartCart, which is who manages lost and luggage for British Airways. Yeah. And I sent him to their offices to go knock on the door, and nobody was there. They don't even go to work.
No way.
Work from home.
Everybody works from home.
So he went back, I think he left a note on the door, or left a note with the receptionist next door. And finally, some bloke shows up and is, what are you doing here? And, he told him the story, and 3 hours later, I had my suit.
You're lucky to get it.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. But anyway.
My partner left her handbag on the plane once. It wasn't my handbag, it was hers.
That's what you said.
This time.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, we actually got it back the next day. She went down Lost and Found, and No, we've got like 72 hours. She said, that's my bag there. I want it. I had the keys and everything in there.
Right. I mean, she's lucky it still had
She was
things in
very
it.
lucky, yeah.
Well, here we are, I guess, in the next installment of this exciting adventure. And
Yeah, we've got the waistcoat now to go with it. I think I
Do we?
talked you into that, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
and,
I don't remember that because it was
and then
forced upon you, right?
You know, and were
That was
we
a
able to
last-minute full
re-stretch
stop,
that
wasn't it?
fabric out? You know, that was a little tight in the trousers. I mean, Molly was,
Yes, yeah.
you know, I think she transposed some numbers on those measurements.
Oh, yeah, we blame Molly. She's not
yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Always
that's
blame the
just
one
whenever
that's
you
not
were on
here.
vacation. This
Yeah.
is what happens when Suyamba's on holiday.
When anyone's
we
off,
all
they
have
get the
fun.
blame. Yeah.
You know, Terry, I think what he did is he recut the trousers while you were gone. So Suyamba's on vacation.
Purpose, so they're tight. I can blame her. Put the wages down.
But I
What
guess,
wages?
Exactly.
but I guess in some ways we're full circle, right? Because the tuxedo, in many ways, originated in Tuxedo Park here in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It was made by Henry Poole,
Yeah.
right? But for an American.
Yeah.
You know, the British perfected it, but the Americans, are certainly accruing the benefit of great British tailors.
Yeah. It's a big thing. Most people buy it for their sons. For their first suit is always we call it a dress suit, but you call it a tuxedo.
Yeah.
That's their first suit.
Well, my first bespoke suit was, in fact, a tuxedo for my
Oh,
wedding.
was it?
Right. I mean, it was
What, made here?
Well, it was made by Chris Despis, in America,
Yeah.
you know. And it was the one I said, well, special occasion, and I could justify the
Well, they
expenditure.
last so long, don't they? That's the good thing about them.
My only recommendation for anyone doing a tuxedo for a wedding is to have to pay extra for even more generous inlays. I think it was 10 years of marriage I was able to hang on to that, and then finally, we had to let the trousers out.
The cloth shrunk. All that dry cleaning. The waiters dropping things all over it.
Yeah, you never put a pound on.
No, of course not. None of us put weight on, do we?
No.
It's just the cheap cloth you use, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that shrinking. You're shrinking the shape into the wrong areas.
Yeah.
Shall we see it? You want
We have a look at it, shall we?
So this is, I guess, a second fitting, right?
This is a second fitting. yeah.
Okay. And so talk to me a little bit about where we are in the process, because the facings aren't on. It's still, it's still basted. And I know the fittings are, an integral part of the process.
Well, now, especially with a dinner suit, I mean, it's a very special garment. It's going to last you a long, long time. So we like to get it exactly right. So the idea is we like to have probably a few extra fittings.
Yeah.
So we get this 2 fittings like this, and somebody put a bit of weight on, but we won't mention that. Excuse me. So we've
Sweating because not the lights.
I don't know that.
no, you don't know.
It's funny, I never
we
get
didn't-
any dinner invitations.
We didn't want to go too much further. Plus, also we added the waistcoat, so it's
Yeah.
nice to fit it on. Because Suyamba got the trousers
Yeah.
so wrong. So that's a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
So it would be nice if we could just get it right. We took the vents out because we decided not to add the vents.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a bit
yeah.
humming and ahhing.
We decided.
We decided.
We decided.
We decided.
The royal we.
Well, people often ask me who the best tailor is. I think to this point, the best tailor is the one you're able to see frequently, because the fittings are so important to the final outcome.
Oh, they are.
That if you're not able to see your tailor often for fittings, you really, in many ways, shortchange the bespoke process.
Yeah, some people just want to have one fitting and they don't understand. And we just say to them, it's going to last you a long time. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
Why
get
don't
it
you just
perfect.
have the fitting?
Yeah, and in my case, the more fittings, the better.
Yeah, well,
So-
great.
So great. Well, I guess I'll slip the trousers on.
Yep, slip the trousers on.
And Stephen, I know we were working
Yep,
on a
we've got-
shirt.
Excuse me. Thank you so much. We've got a very special shirt there.
Look at this. Wow.
Pure silk, Marcella. Quite rare in our business. And it's just a real throwback to the 1940s and 50s.
That's gorgeous. Wow.
And,
This is rich.
This is amazing.
I'm
This
in.
cloth, I tell you, it really is.
I've seen the spun silk,
spun silk.
but I've
Spun
never
silk-
seen the Marcella
No.
in silk. It's always
over
cotton.
over the last few years, they've done a spun silk that they call sand washed, where they do actually put it in with grains of sand, and it's sand washed, and it gets a softer feel. But this is a traditional, old-fashioned spun silk, going back
To the beginning.
long before me, anyway. quite a way back. And it used to be used as day shirts, believe it or not. When people had maids and everything, they could do the washing.
Well, silk is such an incredible fiber. I mean, it's one of my favorites.
It's lovely. It's
Silk
lovely
and
to wear,
linen.
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, great. Well, this is exciting. Well, let me try it on, and then we'll,
There you go.
if you hear see anyone jumping off the balconies, because I've gained more weight. The shirt is
How are you feeling?
Absolutely.
First of all.
well. I feel great.
Yep,
The
good.
shirt's amazing. It's
have a look.
soft. I mean, can you do pajamas out of this?
We can do anything. Right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's great. Get it buttoned up. That's it. That's great.
I have to say, I've enjoyed the other shirt immensely.
Good. That's great. Thank you very much.
Did we change the collar for this one?
We very slightly brought the points slightly different very slightly.
The rise would be the same?
It's actually a little bit deeper,
Really?
believe it or not.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
you-
because silk tends to stand up a little bit better when you put the band on. It's just, it doesn't move forward so much. So this is standing pretty well. I mean, I'm happy with that. Shoulder line's great.
Yeah. And the cuff, well, you know what? Actually, I've got my watch on.
Yeah, take your watch off.
I'm going to hand this to
Suyamba will take-
Suyamba.
Oh.
Yes.
You know?
Terry, quick, catch.
You realise you'll never
Flog
see
it.
it again. Right. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's better.
Yeah.
And this one is, I'd say it's a little snug, but if it's not going to shrink anymore,
It won't shrink.
Okay.
It will soften.
Okay. then
Because
that's great.
the silk will soften up. It will mould to your body. It actually moulds to your body once it's been worn a few times and hand washed a few times or dry cleaned. It will mould to your body and soften up. You won't see any sort of creasing or anything. It will. It's difficult to explain until you've actually worn it.
Yeah. Would you say these? I mean, this one is a little bit larger, and I wouldn't wear. I wouldn't wear a watch, of course. So and this one, I don't know. Does it look small? What do you-
It doesn't look any different, really. What we'll do is we'll widen this a little bit. We'll put
Yeah.
a slightly wider cuff on it.
Yeah, I think just to.
Yeah.
And then I would. I mean,
Just to balance
I would
it up.
want them to feel the same. This
Yeah.
feels a little tight.
Okay,
This is
that's fine.
probably about right.
Yeah, we'll take 3/16 off of that,
Okay.
and then we'll balance that up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, what do you think? We did this with the Marcella cuffs and
Yeah.
collars.
Yeah.
It might be a little much.
Do you
for
want
me.
it? Do you want it with a plain collar?
I mean, kind of seeing it, I think that this is so rich
Yeah.
and so beautiful that I probably would
Yeah. Put a
feel
plain
more
collar
comfortable
on it.
with the
Yeah,
plain.
Yeah.
You could make it
Yeah,
detachable, and I could then decide.
No, you don't want a
Right.
detachable collar. That's what you don't want. Not with silk.
No, you don't.
it doesn't
You don't do
work
any
that
detachable
well.
collars anywhere,
We
Stephen?
do. I just did. I actually did some for a prominent barrister
Okay.
because he changes his collars all the time. Sometimes they put a stiff collar on. Sometimes they put a soft collar on. And yeah,
still can
the
be
first time in ages.
Yeah.
I actually did.
Yeah, and I think it's comfortable in here.
Yeah, I wouldn't alter that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't alter that, and I wouldn't alter the shape.
How's the back and everything?
No, back's lining up great. Yeah. Just need to press because it's been in the suitcase because we've done this, to.
Yeah, well, this is hot off the press.
Yeah,
You guys are
literally hot off the
straight
press.
off the airplane.
Yeah, that's great. I mean,
Off the runway.
Yeah.
yeah.
And what do you think, Samba?
You happy?
I think it's almost as if it was made for you, sir. Almost. No, it looks great. I really love that silk Marcella. Really special.
This really has a hand to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lovely. I'm
This is
pleased with
special.
that.
I mean, this is what I love about Ken Haste Lachter, of course. Is you guys are.
It comes with experience. As simple as that. We learned, fortunately, Terry, myself, and John, our ex-partner, we learned from the best, and we took it in. We had a passion, and even if I say it myself, she's got it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
That's
Well,
okay. So
Samba, what do you think of the trousers?
I think we need to pop some braces on. and we
Okay.
can take
Well, they
a
were
proper
cut for
look.
braces.
Yep.
They feel great, though.
they look good. Pleats look great.
could do you a special deal on the watch. If
Yes,
you're
that right?
interested.
Yes.
I've had your name put in it as well.
It's a deposit that I give the suit back. It's like,
Start with
if I
those.
damage anything during the fitting, I lose the watch.
No, you've lost the watch.
Oh no, you lost that.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of attention over here. I'm like, I wish I got dressed like this every morning.
You get at the airport, you get searched.
I feel like it's TSA
The guy-
pre-check here.
The guy, I mean, when I say he searched me,
He
searched
really
you.
went
he
for
really
it.
searched me.
He went.
That's what
did not
happens when you
hold
dress
back.
casual for the
He knows
airplane.
which side I dress as well, I tell you now.
That's right. It's, excuse me, sir. Only my tailor is allowed to touch me like that. Okay.
Right. So yeah, as Stephen said with the shirt, we've got to forgive some of the creases from
Yeah, no, of course.
freshly
Yeah.
unpacked.
And you bring these braces all the way from London.
Yeah, they go back a long time.
Yeah,
They're really
I
nice.
know.
They're the really old ones.
Are
as
these
well.
like the
You
good
can't get
luck
them
braces?
anymore.
Because
They're made from like gut or something, aren't they?
Well, we don't say what they're made from.
Sorry.
Yeah, upsets people nowadays. They're made from apprentices' body parts.
I always thought this was worn down like that, but no, that's
No,
in fact
that's the original.
twisted the way it
They're
was
not
meant
allowed to
be.
do them anymore. They have to do it with a twisted leather now. They can't.
Yeah. Apprentices are treated better, thankfully.
Someone come in, we had a really old pair in the shop once, they're just same as this, really frazzled and gone and frayed. And he said, can I just have the ends for his braces? And we swapped them over
No.
with the ends he had on.
Oh, you swapped him over.
Yeah, because he wanted these.
Yeah.
Yeah, on another pair. We had it on
Surprised you
another
gave him
pair.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what do you think?
Right, let's have a look. How they feel.
Right. So there's more room in the seat now. That should feel comfortable.
goodness,
You
yes.
happy with that?
Yes, I can breathe. I'm still at the same octave.
Yeah.
That's the pocket, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, what did we do on pockets? We've got pockets, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you went for two pockets, yeah.
Yeah. Hole and button. Yeah, I think excusing the creases, that's much better in the rise now. Obviously, brace top trousers need to be looser, and as their
Yeah.
dinner suit, want them to be comfortable.
So talk about the back waistband a little bit. I mean, there's no waistband. And So what would
No.
this style be called? Like
That's the fishtail
Fishtail.
canvas back, it's a full brace top. So instead of using the usual waistband canvas that we use in the front, half it is canvas with the same as what we put in the coats, the coat canvas.
Okay.
So that gives it that lovely shaping, and it sits much higher on the lower back. And it just really, usually put 2 darts in to get that sculpted
That
shape
shape.
effect. Yeah.
And this would
It feels
be
more comfortable as well, doesn't it? It should
Yeah, it's a
feel
lot
more
softer than the
comfortable.
normal.
And you can't, with the waistband, you can't
create that
shape it as much because it goes a little bit bubbly. So you have no waistband there. You can get it quite high up.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the beauties of a high-waisted pair of trousers is being able to do the fishtail,
Yeah.
right?
It's a really
Which
nice
is a
touch.
really, I mean, talk about a bespoke touch.
Yeah, because you don't see it anywhere else, do you?
No.
No. I mean, some people, even on casual trousers, we do it.
Okay. Jacket?
Oh, we got the
Waistcoat.
waistcoat.
Oh, waistcoat. I almost forgot.
We've got
and
the
a cummerbund.
as well. We've got a cummerbund. So you've got a cummerbund or a waistcoat.
Or a waistcoat.
Should you decide? What have you decide? For the summer months, the cummerbund.
Wow. I really feel like I'm stepping out of Downton Abbey with this
There we go,
Marcella
yeah.
silk and this waistcoat. This is,
Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of that. We've decided to go for a U-fronted. I think, looking at it, I think we're probably going to go a little bit more shaped on that front. And then the lapel, you would think it would be out the same facing as a jacket lapel, but it's not. It's always at the same cloth.
okay.
So it'd be a self lapel. But I'm just going to open it up just a wee bit more. It's not. Sometimes they have a tendency to pull open quite a bit across the chest, but lucky enough this is not. So we can just take a little bit more, just to open a little bit more, show that fantastic shirt fabric up,
Yeah.
which should have been mine, by the way, but we won't mention that.
Not that you sulk or anything.
At least I'll get the collar.
Yeah, you can have the collar, definitely.
There's some cuffs also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're not going to keep the cuffs?
Well, I was thinking we would.
I think it'd be
You
nice to
think keep the
it.
cuffs? Okay, well, she's convinced me.
I lost my cuffs now.
There you go. Sorry, not sorry.
Do you want to pin that side of the waistcoat for me? Just the chest, not on the waist. Okay, we'll have a look at the back. I think we'll just set a little bit off the ends, just so it's not sticking up in the air. We don't have the big square shoulders on the waistcoat, do we? The back's...
Can I see the back?
The back's really good. I don't think we need to give it more balance. We might put just a couple of little darts in. Are you going to have a strap on the back?
You know, I'm not a big fan of the strap. I'd rather it just fit.
Just do it with a dart.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
have that on mine.
I mean, it's always something that kind of fiddles
I think
around.
it looks better without the strap
Yeah.
on a front like that.
Yeah.
I never have a strap.
Well, and it's, you know, I mean, we're having it made, so it should just be made to fit.
Yeah,
Right.
I've got to be
That's the
honest.
general
it's
idea.
Literally, very, very few people don't have the strap. They like to have just that little bit of play, so they can let it out when they've had a hearty dinner
And a hearty lunch.
and a hearty lunch. Oh God! So this button should just hit on the waistband, and it's exactly where it's hitting. So we're pretty much perfect there.
Yeah, okay.
The bottom of the waistband, because you don't want to be showing any of the cream of the shirt.
Yeah, so it should never be, you know,
No, we won't do that.
not at Ken Haste Lachter.
Certainly never.
Not an hour watch.
Not on our watch. I'm just going to take a little bit off the sides just to make it a bit more shapes through there, just to make it a
So
bit
it'll still
sharper.
come to the same point.
I'm going to
Just
take
a
a
little bit more
tiny
shape?
bit off. Just take an eighth of an inch off the
Okay.
point and half an inch off the side.
Okay.
I just want to get that real sculptured look
Yeah.
where it comes down.
Okay.
And just 2 pockets, you don't want
No.
any more than 2 pockets. Did you
Two
want
pockets are nice,
a
though.
jetted pocket or a welted pocket? It should be a welted pocket, really, which is like that.
Yeah, well, the pocket.
Just a welt, yeah. Okay.
This is,
I'll just get my glamorous young assistant to
Oh,
hand me the
certainly,
jacket. Right, let's see where we are.
feels good. Feels good.
Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's central on your back. So we're central on your back.
So on this fitting, I mean, you could call it a first fitting, but it's a second fitting.
It's a second fitting, really.
What are you checking for this in this fitting that maybe you wouldn't have been looking for in the first one?
It's more to get the sleeve pitch in the correct position on this one. So we want to make sure, first one, yeah, it could be anywhere, it doesn't really matter. This time we want to get the sleeves in the correct pitch because they're going to go in. And it's also to get the front edge exactly, but I don't know if you can see, we left this slight mark from before when we tried it on without the waistcoat, and that's the difference. It's come over
Really? That much?
3/4 of an inch. So that's why, now you know why I didn't really want to go any
The
further.
waistcoat.
The waistcoat.
It's the waistcoat.
Yeah, it's nothing else.
Certainly not to do with
Nothing
the
else,
weight, is
just
it?
the waistcoat.
That's
You
humiliating.
couldn't dare do that. And what we also lengthened it 1/4 of an inch last time because we just felt just a tiny bit
And
longer.
we took the vent out. How
And
do
we took the
what do we
vents
think
out,
with
and I'm just gonna slip a little bit more away from the vents. Just I want to really get it hugging your seat. I want to get that in so it tucks in right under your seat.
some Duke of Edinburgh shaping?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a much better. Tuxedos shouldn't really have vents if you're going to go for a classic tuxedo.
And where does that come from? Like, what's the...
Why there's no vents?
Yeah, why? I mean...
I just thought, the exact reason I haven't got a clue. I just thought it looks more elegant. So you haven't got this great big jacket flapping around.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, some people, Stephen never has vents in anything.
Yeah.
He's too mean to spend the extra on the cloth.
Quite right. The prices you charge.
Exactly. But yeah, the Duke of Edinburgh never had vents on anything.
It's an interesting tradition between no vents, single vents, and double vents. we've now explored them all.
Yeah, we have, because on the linear one, we've done a 3-button, which in my opinion, if you're going to have a high 3-button, you got to have a centre vent. It goes really well with it. But if you have that rolling through, 2, 3 roll 2, then side vents then. The centre vent don't work so well with that one. Sorry. Okay, so shoulder width, we're going to come, what you're seeing there is not going to be the shoulder width. That's all inlay, which is left inside in case you've been working on the weights and you've built up massively.
Yeah.
But if of course you have been. It's got a terrible tickle in the throat. Right. So I think the shoulder width, I think that's quite nice. Keep it like that. You don't like them too square, do you? No. You like them quite natural, and we cut quite natural anyway. It's not catching you under the arms at all anywhere. It doesn't feel tight at all, no. Sleeve length, I think, for me, as you can see what I'm wearing, that would be absolutely ideal for me, but you're probably going to think it's a touch short. Yeah, just 1/4 of an inch longer.
Samba's leaning over to...
Remember,
Inspect.
the one thing on the tux is the cuffs should show. If you look at anyone...
It should show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always.
I show masses. I don't think you want to show over like.
I don't want to be like.
No, if you,
I do.
but if you look sometimes, I was looking at, there was a picture of Elton John on, it was down there.
No, he wears his masks
Yeah.
long. Even when I made for him, he used to wear them down there. It's like, that's how he likes it, though. But, that's what Bespoke's all about, isn't it, though? People want...
But we try not to support bad taste.
People want cummerbunds, they get waistcoats. You know
Exactly. That's for a cummerbund. They
Made
get
for
one.
you.
Double vents,
Made
they
for
get
you.
no vents.
Exactly.
Add-on sales. You've got to learn. Lapel width. Can I have your tape measure?
Well, this is why at the end of the day,
50p.
all of your clients are so well dressed, is because it's not their taste to which you're cutting. It's
And this, as it stands,
Terry's.
is 4 inches, but it's going to finish up 3 3/4.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd like a nice
You
lapel.
want a nice chunk.
Yeah.
You don't want too much belly on it, do you? Where it's too much round.
No,
going
no,
on
then
the
it seems like...
So just keep it in.
I don't want anything too theatrical.
No, exactly.
But at the same time, I want enough that it has an elegance.
Just that little bit of,
And a little bit of plump.
that little bit of zing to it.
Zing, yeah.
Okay. So the yellow buttonhole.
Peak lapels, of course. Yeah, that's right. Got contrasting...
Contrasting button. I don't know who would do that. And going round to the back, we're just going to take that a little bit off on the hips. Do you mind if I take a little bit away from the back here, or do you want that comfort?
I defer to you. I'm not... comfort.
You want comfort? Okay, I'm going to take it away then.
Yeah, that's right. Comfort. What is... You don't wear out of pins?
No, I've got a waistcoat on today, so I've got pins in my waistcoat. My trusty assistant is not so trusty after all.
Well,
I'm just going to pick up this right shoulder, just on the back. I think the left shoulder, that's holding out nicely, but can you just see it where it's just dropping on this one side? So we're just going to pick up that one side, and I'm going to can you see it just winging out a bit there? Where Kirby's obviously been working out, he's getting quite big here. But
Yes,
we'll just
yes.
take it in from there. I'll give you a letter for your wife saying how muscly you're getting as well, yeah. Just literally on this one side. I'm not going to do it on the left
Really?
side. It's just literally on
It's
the
always
right
this side. It's always that drop right.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's
Gosh.
the drop side. But everybody's got one side lower than the other. So you'd be pretty unusual if you didn't have it. This is your collar. This is quite a high collar. So I think we're going to have to raise your collar up a little bit as well. Just get that up.
Yeah,
See
I like
where it's
the idea of
dipping
some
in
height
back.
on the collar.
So we'll just bring that up a wee bit. And obviously get it in nice and tight. Okay, is there anything else you want to go through?
Well, I mean, the most important question, Samba, what do you think?
Exactly. What do you think?
now he's interested. Now he forgets about the pins. No, I'm really excited to see it with the lacquer vents. I think that's really nice and shaped, and I'm looking forward to the next fitting with the facings.
Yeah.
And lengthwise is much better now as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So then the next
Smarter.
fitting, we would take it through to...
Facings are going to be on.
Okay. And
All
would
the
it be
stitches
like
can be in.
a bar finish
Yeah.
holes? Or
Yeah.
what is it called?
Fin bar sew.
Everyone says it differently. What did you call it? Fin bar?
So
Thin bar sew out.
Fin bar sew? but also known as a finish bar finish.
Finish bar finish
Yeah.
is another one, yeah.
Just to keep things nice and
And
clear.
then finish bar holes. like
Finish
buttonholes.
bar holes is another one. That means it's completely sewn out then, but the buttonholes are not
Buttonholes
put
aren't
in.
done.
That's just slightly different.
So we're going to be at finish bar
Finish bar finishing, yeah. So it's
So
gonna
everything
be
but the deep, like, you know.
all the last handworks, all the edge stitching,
Okay.
the buttonholes,
Okay.
all the lining.
Okay.
So all that will be sewn afterwards.
I can't wait to see that. And how often are you coming to New York?
We come in 3 times a year now, so we
Yeah.
go down to Palm Beach as well, just to get a bit of sun.
Yeah. Cut the edge off of New
Cut
York
the
in
edge off,
January.
send her back when it's cold, and Stephen and I go to Palm Beach.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You work on your tans.
Exactly.
You can't, yeah. We'll have the plain collar on and the slightly altered cuffs.
Yeah. Now, would we make a bow tie to match?
We've got one for you.
Okay. Oh, really? Over there with Caesar.
No, we were having one made for
Yeah, that's
Kirby
been made.
to size. That's being made.
Okay.
These are
Samples.
samples, yeah.
So that's going to be, you're having yours with
That's
the
been
grow
hand
grain.
tied.
Yeah, yours is going to be with that material.
Okay. So
That's blue, obviously.
Yeah, just have a little bit of blue. Yeah, and this is
Yeah.
the, what's this silk called? This
Split
is,
bottomer.
Split up and all.
Well, the other one, which is traditional, is the Barathea, which is the same weave, although it's silk, it's the same weave as the Barathea on the jacket.
another exciting chapter in the Kent, Haste, and Lachter adventure. So this is beautiful, outdone. And thank you, gentlemen.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Stephen,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Wonderful seeing you.
Terry, of course, Samba.
Lovely to
Thank
see
you.
you.